People in TF2 are awesome. Upon deeper reflection, I can't recall a game with a community as uniquely vibrant as TF2's. This is likely because the casual mode in TF2 is not highly competitive, giving players no reasons to try hard. You can change a match in a minute, and when you do, it might throw you into one that's already in progress. This means players don't sweat to be at the top of the scoreboard. And let's not forget that TF2 itself is very casual. It's a 12 versus 12 game, so as an individual you are just one in the crowd. This style of gameplay allows for a relaxed approach and, among other things, goofing around. In TF2 I saw various forms of socializations, and in this video I aim to outline and briefly describe these diverse interactions. Let's start with taunts. They are, in my opinion, the most iconic aspect of TF2. There are default taunts that you can perform with any weapon by pressing the G key, but there are also paid taunts that you can select from the menu after pressing the G key. The paid ones are more complex. Some taunts allow interaction with others, like rock, paper, scissors taunt. Dance taunts, on the other hand, wield significant influence by drawing larger crowds and starting dance parties such as Kazotsuki Kick or the Conga line. Taunts are really cool, and on casual servers you can witness funny combinations like this one between a heavy and a soldier. But it doesn't mean that you can't have fun with default taunts. Look at these spirals, for example. Regarding default taunts, groups of demoman doing the kaboom taunts are quite common. Or heavies eating sandwiches. Okay, let's talk about...
That pyro is a spy!
Yes, this is probably even more common than taunts. Voice commands, with being the most frequent. Then probably... You execute a voice command by first pressing the selection key, default is Z, X and C, and then choosing a number from the menu. If you want to call someone a spy, you have to aim at them first with your mouse.
The freaking demo's a spy!
More experienced players can combine commands to sound like something else. The most classic example is, of course, You can learn how to say putties from this tutorial, the link is in the video description. In my opinion, a super funny use of voice commands is combining the
Sentry ahead!
command with the laugh taunt. It results with something like this.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Another thing I often see is melee hits. If you think about it, it doesn't make much sense, but why not just hit someone with a frying pan? Hitting someone with melee is common in many games that lack friendly fire. I feel like it's kind of a hello in the game. You know, like, hey, I'm there, what's up? Thunder is just hitting out of the boredom. Generally, TF2 players love hitting others with melee, especially with pans. At spawn, I often see circles of players hitting each other. There's one more thing I often see at spawn. Executing kill bind. It doesn't have to be K key specifically, it depends on how you bind this command. This is how you can bind your key for killing your character in the game. Players often use the K key when they lose in rock, paper, scissors, but even funnier is using this key in fitting situations.
Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And here you can also create combinations. Look at how this heavy humorously combined the taunt with the cake. Okay, moving on. A-pose. I see A-posing players from time to time. If you don't know how to do an A-pose, you can learn it here. The link is in the description. I enjoy observing character glitches such as engineers in the toolbox or demoman with a twisted arm, and probably the most iconic is the spycrab. You can do the spycrab by selecting the disguise kit, default key 4, crouching and looking up without closing the disguise menu. You won't see more than the sky, but others will see you like this. What else? Oh yeah, jumping on each other's heads. I don't know why, but there's a natural desire for everyone to want to climb on the head of an opposing team member. It's like hitting allies with melee. Something instinctive yet hard to explain. After all, if you have a chance to jump on someone's head, why not do it? By the way, share your thoughts in the comments on the origins of this phenomenon, whether it's climbing on each other's head, calling someone a spy, or hitting people with melee. I'm curious about your perspectives. Returning to the topic, you won't be able to jump on someone's head if the opponent wasn't friendly. Being friendly is one way to socialize. Why fight when you can have fun? A friendly is someone who doesn't fight, simply avoiding harm to others, sometimes even assisting enemies. Traitor? No, just hoovies. These are heavies who dispense free snacks. A harmless, crouching heavy with a sandwich. When you encounter such a heavy, leave them be. Perhaps they'll even share a sandwich with you. They frequently provide sandwiches to any player in need of healing, regardless of whether they are an ally or an enemy. There are still a few goofing around ideas that come to my mind, such as pushing an AFK teammate onto the battlefield.
What's that?
Medics likes to jab people with syringes. Others draw various shapes on the walls with projectiles. Some even have slightly dirty minds. In general, there's much to discuss, but I'm curious by the creative forms of socializations you've witnessed in the game. I'd love to read about it in the comments. Bye bye!